Big Ten? Is that
We haven't discussed
No.
When you look at kind of the explosion in recruiting costs and staffs, has anything been discussed there about curtailing it or at least limiting it among the schools?
There have been a lot of national discussions about the growth of the football staffs, and my personal opinion is that I think you can end up having too many people because you have to be responsible for and accountable for every person that's out there doing things, and from a compliance standpoint and from a really just an efficiency standpoint, I think it can go too far. There hasn't been any absolute, we're going to put a cap on the number of people. That hasn't been agreed upon, but I do think at some point too many is probably too many, but we'll see where it goes.
What about the financials? I'm sorry. The financials regarding recruiting costs, they have grown significantly over the years. In what ways, how do you guys register some of those recruiting costs? And then also, at the Big Ten level, there hasn't been any discussion regarding that.
So just a couple of generic ways to respond to that. First of all, if you look at the costs in college sports in general across the board have gone up significantly. I think eventually we have to figure out what's sustainable and what's not sustainable. When it comes to recruiting, to me, that's the most important thing a coach does in any sport. And so we work as hard as we can to tell our coaches, there are ceilings on how much we can spend, but we don't want to limit your budget for recruiting if we have to take it from somewhere else. So our coaches know that we're very supportive of a pretty aggressive recruiting budget. Again, it doesn't mean we're going to allow them to be wasteful, but we know it's the most important thing they do. Men's and women's sports, football to golf to tennis to basketball. We're pushing our coaches to work whatever they need in recruiting to a point we're going to provide for them.
Is